Okay, in this lesson today I'll be breaking down the guitar parts for Nowhere Fast by the Smiths. The version I'm playing is based upon the one performed live in 1985. I've already created a cover video with animated tab for this, and I'll put a link in the description below. I'm playing it in standard tuning. On the earlier Smiths records and live he would tune the guitar up a whole step to F sharp. So if you want to get the same effect and play along to recording, you could use a capo at the 2nd fret. Okay, let's get started with the intro. Now slowly. So the intro is 2 bars long. It starts with an F chord stab on the downbeat for bar 1, followed by a G chord for bar 2. I play these thumb over the neck style so I can insert the quick riff that joins them together. And there I'm sliding on the 6th string to the 5th fret, to the 3rd fret on the A string, and then on the 6th string to the B, the 7th fret, and then to the D on the A string. So, interestingly, live, on some live versions, he actually just lets the bass play that connecting riff, and he just plays the chord stabs. Okay, next up is the verse. So I've broken the verse down into 2 sections. Here's the first section. And slowly. So I'm playing an A minor chord followed by a swift change, which is E minor 7 to a G6 chord. And the key thing to focus on here is a combination of the right hand strumming and the left hand muting. So you can clearly hear the influence of Nile Rodgers and Chic in this song right from the off. He plays a consistent pattern using Nile's chuck technique, using left hand muting on the A minor. So I'm using a consistent pattern with the right hand, but then muting the chord, and then he opens that out for the change to the E minor to the G. So joined together, that creates a really nice dynamic. It's great to play. One way to think of this kind of chuck technique is imagining that it's kind of like the ride cymbal on a drum kit. You're kind of playing it tentatively, then opening out, playing it louder. It's a good way to kind of think about it. So from that we go into the next section, and we retain this kind of the chuck technique of the right hand strumming, but we change the chord progression. So. And now slowly. So he starts this section with a D minor 7. Then he plays kind of a D sus. Then it's up to an F major 7, F major 13. Then there's kind of a double stop or triple stop, depending on how you look at it, which is like an E minor, and then 2 double stops at the 12th and 10th frets. So I think sometimes you'll hear for that chord, because that will play a G chord, you'll hear him play the open G string. I typically will mute them. I just think it has more impact if you mute. So essentially when I'm playing that, I'm muting that string. So let's glue those 2 parts together for the verse. And one more time, but slowly. Okay, next we're into the pre-chorus or chorus, depending on how you view the song. and I'll break this down into 3 different sections. So section 1. So now slowly. So it starts with a G arpeggio, and then he goes to A minor based riff with a kind of a rockabilly or a train beat type feel. It's a 2-beat kind of country feel, emphasizing the open E and A strings. Then he takes his hand off basically, and so he's playing those 3 notes of a G chord, the D, the G and the B. And then he's into the next section, which is he changes to an F major 7, and he plays an arpeggio. So I'll slow that down. Then he does a walk down to a G chord. So. And then we're back into section 1. He's actually playing the G chord, or rather I play the G chord at a slightly different position here, rather than that at the opening of the chorus I play it here. So. And then we're back to the A minor, then the F major 7 arpeggio again. This time he holds that for 2 bars, and then it's followed by a D minor, and then it's an A minor type double stop that he pulls off. So. And live, this replaces the tremolo dive that you'll hear on the studio recording. And then we're back basically into the intro. So let's go through that entire section for the chorus or pre-chorus, however you view it again. So that's I'm pulling off and then playing the notes again. Okay, next is the solo. So there's quite a lot to unpack there. The key thing is to really think about the chords that are implied by the solo, or the harmony that sits behind the solo. So that is, starts on an A minor, then as a step down, then it's a C major 7, then goes up to a D sus chord, then we're back to the E minor again, then a quick change from a G minor to a G to an E minor to a D minor. So, and then we're back to the intro stabs again. So I'll play the solo slowly this time. So he's kind of got this sliding figure. And playing the open strings. Then there's a kind of a step down. And then, which is the C major 7 shape. And then out of the solo we're into the from that we're into the final section of the song, the final verse. In the outro there's a repeat of the verse section 2. So he plays that 3 times over. Repeats it 3 times rather than going back to the A minor, and then right at the end of the song it kind of ends with a some crashing chords at the end. So let's just play that. And he ends on the F major 7, which is the non-tonic chord. You might expect him to end on the A minor, but he ends on the F major 7, which is a nice touch. Okay, so that's the live version of Nowhere Fast from 1985. If you'd like to see more of these in-depth Johnny Marr lessons, you can help by supporting the Headless Guitar Player website. You'll put a link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.